Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel. Today I thought I would come to you with something a little bit different. As a YouTuber, I watch a lot of other YouTubers. Now, I don't necessarily watch them for inspiration, although I do gain it from a lot of them, but I watch them for the same reason that you watch me. You're interested in the things that I am telling you. Now, funnily enough, although I'm predominantly crafty and my channel is predominantly craft based, I don't actually watch a lot of craft YouTubers, mainly because I know what I like and I make the things that I like and I tell you about the things that I like. If I'm specifically going to find a particular technique or something like that, then I may well reach out to YouTube, but I don't tend to watch crafty YouTubers on a daily basis. Now, some of the people that I like to watch are mummy vloggers, particularly those who are in their late 30s and their 40s, whose children have grown up a little bit. I don't tend to watch parenting vlogs or YouTube channels for people who have babies or toddlers because I've been there, I've done that, my kids have both grown up. So I like a little bit more kind of what you see is what you get. Basically what I give you, but specifically around families, lifestyles and kids. So I watch people like Louise Pentland, I watch Brummy Mummy, I also watch, I'm addicted to Jordan Page. Fantastic, that one. And I also like watching Emily Norris, and also because Emily, although she has younger children, Emily's local as well. She literally lives 3 or 4 miles that way from me. So it's always nice to see someone making a success of YouTube and of their channel who lives a similar life to you. So many of the things that we see on social media are not necessarily real or true to what we believe or perceive the people's lives to actually be. So when I find people that are totally honest, what you see is what you get. That's how I like to think I am. So therefore I'm drawn to those kinds of channels. So I thought what I would do today is go through the things that I've been watching in the last probably 2 months. I've had a bit of a binge of YouTube, especially over December. I really love a bit of Vlogmas, and I did follow quite a few people's Vlogmases. And so I've learned lots of things from other YouTubers, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to share with you 6 things that I have learned over the last couple of months, or 6 things I've discovered over the last couple of months that I absolutely love. And I'm either trying or have done and loved. So here goes. Now the first one is really funny. It's this stuff. You've probably seen this mentioned on so many YouTube channels. This is Method Antibacterial Cleaner in Wild Rhubarb. The reason everybody loves this stuff is it smells so nice. Honestly, I can squirt this on my countertops and my entire house smells delicious. And everybody that comes into my house goes, oh, that smells lovely. What is it? £2. £2 this stuff in Waitrose, and sometimes it's on special offer. And I think they do sell it in other supermarkets as well. So I can thank Louise Pentland and Emily Norris. They were the first people that I saw using this. Since I've bought it and gone on to use it myself, I've seen it all over YouTube. The next person I'm going to give a shout out to is Jordan Page. Now Jordan is an American YouTuber. She has a family of 6. And she's quite open to having more, but she is basically a vlogger or blogger, no, a vlogger, blogger and YouTuber who promotes saving money, saving up for things, budgeting, and also productivity and things you can do in your life to make you more productive and save money and do things on a budget, basically. She's obviously done very well for herself. She has a massive house, which is absolutely beautiful. So she's obviously doing all right out of old YouTube, and she has a lot of followers, but quite rightly so. She's worked incredibly hard. If you look back over the history of her channel, it's been going for about 6 or 7 years. She's worked really, really hard to get to where she is, and her videos are really good. Now, I've followed lots of her videos and I've taken lots of things from her, but one of the things that I'm introducing in my house, and we're starting today, is my kids' clipboards. Now, I have a real problem with constantly telling my kids to do the same thing all the time. They have a routine. They've had that routine since they were tiny. It's not changed, but still I'm constantly saying, can you get dressed now? Can you clean your teeth now? Can you brush your hair now? Can you get your shoes on? Have you packed your school bag? And every single day I am asking them to do things and reminding them that they need to do it. And I think, to be honest, it's a little bit of laziness on their part. They wait for that trigger from me to tell them to do it. And I'm getting so fed up with it. So I have introduced the reward clipboard. So my children now have a list of things that they need to do when they get up in the morning before they are allowed any electricals. So no iPads, no computers, no Xboxes, nothing until they have ticked everything off on their list. And they're only things that they should be doing anyway, which is incredibly frustrating. Like get dressed, clean teeth, brush hair, pack bag. But if it means they're not constantly getting me to nag them, I'm happy. They then have another list on the same clipboard that they have to do when they come home from school before they're allowed any electricals. And again, it's simple things like unpacking their school bags, folding up their clothes for the next day, making sure that they get their reading done, any homework that they might have to do. All of those things have to be ticked off the list before they're allowed any electrical time. And then there's a couple of extra ones. They each have a chore that they need to do, and they also have to make sure that they get their reading done. And simple things like my son has to take quite a lot of medication, and I want him to start to be a lot more responsible for that rather than us having to tell him to do it. So he has to do that in the presence of an adult and then cross it off his list. Now, if they get all their things done, obviously they're working to get their electrical time. But once they've got their electrical time, if they've ticked everything off their list, then they get a mark for the day. And for each mark they get, that goes towards their weekly pocket money. So they're getting double rewarded for their efforts. And I know they're things that they should be doing anyway. And I know I probably shouldn't be rewarding them for doing stuff that they should do anyway. But it's rewarding me by not having to constantly nag them. So I will let you know how we get on. We only started today. I'll keep you posted, but thank you, Jordan Page, for introducing the reward chart. Now this one's a little bit different. I have for ages wanted to be able to crack really good smoky eyeshadow. I wear glasses, and so even if I go really heavy on my eyes, it's really hard to show it off. At the moment, this is me barefaced. I have no makeup on at all, just moisturiser. But when I do makeup, which isn't that often, I like to do really glam eyes and make a big thing of it. I've never been able to do them very well. I've even paid privately to have lessons. That's a whole other video actually for another day. I've paid to have lessons to get them done and to learn how, but I've still not mastered them. But I'm gonna thank Hannah from the Corner of Craft podcast. So she did Vlogmas this year, and one of the things on her Vlogmas was a little tutorial as to how she does her eye makeup, because everyone had been commenting and saying how nice it was. I have subsequently gone on to use her method, and I have nailed the smoky eye. I can do smoky daytime eye, smoky evening eye, smoky party eye with glitter. I have nailed it, and I'm so chuffed. So thank you, Hannah, for that. I will link the actual video down below for you so you can go and have a look. I do have one crafty one. It's mainly a channel that I'd like to recommend, and it's called Very Pink Knits. Now, if you're a knitter or a newbie knitter and you struggle, if you read something in a pattern and think, what's that? I don't know how to do that. Then if you go Very Pink Knits and type the thing that you need to know into the description or into the search box on YouTube, you will find it. It is an absolutely amazing catalogue of everything knitty. So Very Pink Knits. I have learned how to do a provisional cast on this year, and I've also learned how to do proper wrap and turns. So that won't mean anything to you if you don't knit, but if you do, you'll appreciate that one. Now the next two things that I have learned are methods, ways of basically increasing your productivity, and I love a good productivity hack. The first one is from Norris, and it's called the one touch method. Now I've never heard of it before, and she just touched on it. She didn't do a whole video on it, but she mentioned that when she tidies up, or she has what she calls her little speed cleans, like 10-minute speed cleans. I actually watch people clean their houses. It's bizarre, but she has a 10-minute speed clean and she'll go around and she'll tidy up, and she said she practices the one touch method. That being that once you've touched something, you have to keep touching it until you've done something with it. So it would be no good me picking this up off the table once I finished vlogging, taking it into the lounge and putting it down, going upstairs and doing something, and I'd put it down in the lounge because I was on my way to the kitchen. No, if you pick it up, take it back to where it belongs. So one touch. This needs to be picked up now. Technically I'm going to break it in a minute because I'm going to put it back down on the table, but pick it up now and take it to the kitchen. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Done. The cleaner is now back by the sink where it belongs. So the one touch method, when you pick something up to do something with it, do the thing you need to do with it, the end result. Don't just partially get it there. I'm finding it quite useful, and I find myself telling myself to do it while I'm tidying up. Now the last one, again, is another productivity hack, and it comes from Jordan Page, and it's about microwave time. How often do you put something in the microwave for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then just kind of hang around in the kitchen and not do anything, or perhaps pick up your phone or just do something silly? I don't really know what I do when I put the microwave on. In fact, I do. Quite often I'll microwave a dinner for my children, so I might put it on for 4 minutes. I will actually walk back into the lounge, sit back down on the sofa and continue to look at Facebook until it pings, and then come back in to get it out. And that's a nightmare. That's not a good use of my time. So microwave time is about doing something while the microwave runs. You will be amazed what you can get done in a minute, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So at lunchtime today, for instance, I made myself some cheesy ham and scrambled eggs all mixed together in the microwave. It took 2.5 minute bouts. I had to stir it halfway. So I managed to completely take all the washing off my airer, fold it and put it in my laundry basket in the time it took me to make those eggs. So next time you program your microwave, before you hit start, think, right, what can I do in a minute, or what can I do in 2 minutes that's going to be really productive and worthwhile whilst this food heats up? So I hope you found this video interesting. I will link all of the channels down below, and I will try and link the actual videos where they mention it. I'm not sure that I'm going to find them all, but I will do my best. And then as I watch more YouTube over the next couple of months, I might well do this again and tell you more things that I've learned from my fellow YouTubers. So thank you for watching. If you do like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Do remember to subscribe. I post content 3 times a week. One of those is guaranteed to be crafty, and then the other 2 maybe or maybe not. They might be something different. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you all soon. Bye.